see many undeveloped land areas, farms, people have large properties. But thinking back to the 50s, 1950s, and the 1960s, one has to think of this woman who came to Somers, enjoyed living the farm life in Somers, yet was a designer and traveled, especially into the city, came home to this wonderful passive piece of property, and in her mind thought ahead.
The one thing that inspires me the most about Caroline Wright-Reis is the gesture of her giving the home, the contents, and all of her family heirlooms to the town of Somers.
It gives us a window as to what Somers was like in the past, what life was like. This is her personal diary. So it's really invaluable. And without that we would really not have a sense of how it was, back when she was living in the home and what the surrounding town was like. So it's rich in heritage.
Her love for the town and how she gave all of her land after she passed away, how she was determined, she restored and collected and kept things that are so precious to us today, that she was thinking way beyond her time of, I'm going to keep these things, I'm going to leave something for other people to know, that I was here, that I had a life.
I don't think she was necessarily swayed by popular opinion, but I think whatever her opinion was, or whatever cause she was devoted to, she felt strongly enough to do things in a very large way. So, for instance, we know she loved art and music and education, and her records show that she supported the early schools here in Somers financially and as a member of the early boards of education. She loved literature. She was a founding member of the library.
She was doing everything, and in a time period where that wasn't respected or rewarded. She was rewarding herself by feeling, just that she was making a difference.
My guess is that she held a fondness for this town and this house, and I think it's pretty evident by seeing what she bequests to the town. And not only what she bequests, but when you see the contents and you see what she kept her family's records, she kept photographs and books that you see, her artwork, but also other people's artwork.
And so that's how, we feel connected, that we can go and look at her letters and journals and sketches and think, wow, this is what it was like.
Caroline Wright-Reis had no family when she passed on. Her legacy and all of her belongings came to the town of Somers, so I feel especially strong that we as volunteers are her family, and that we didn't know, she didn't know us, many of us did not know her, but it's our responsibility to carry out her wishes.
It's really at the hub of community for our town. I'm sure Carolyn had no idea when she donated open farmland that this parcel would become such a gem for this town.
And what a wonderful gift she gave to us. She truly was a woman ahead of her time. For now we have that wonderful piece of property, and it's for all of us to enjoy. Carrie's dream came true.
Yet waiting to be heard. I'll shoot the shot, bang, that you hear around the world.